right, hey everybody, it's Esjae here with just a new segment on our channel, One More Day, called One More Taste. So I wanted to quickly do this recipe. It is easy, keto friendly, or keto if those who are choosing to do keto peanut butter almond flour cookies. Now, I know that right now we're on the rush, me and my family, to go to a children's kind of get together with another family that we really want to see. And I wanted to bring these over because we've loved them and we've really enjoyed how they've tasted in such a quick time. So of course you're going to need ingredients like 2 cups of almond flour, 1 cup of peanut butter or any almond butter, anything that you like that has that sticky texture to really congeal. And then you're going to need a 1/3 cup of maple syrup. I have a whisk here to mix all the ingredients together, a bowl, and parchment paper. I really enjoy almond flour because it's really low carb, and right now, because we're really focusing on low carb meals in our household, it just can be so versatile. We can use it as hamburger buns, we can use it in different fudge brownie recipes or even tortillas. So today we're gonna, of course, use it for the peanut butter. So I'm gonna put some in the bowl first, right? You're gonna add the peanut butter. Right now, what this is kind of a mixed natural butter we got at Costco. So we don't have any sponsors yet, so you guys can figure out which one this is. So you're gonna add the peanut butter straight to this almond flour, right? And then you're going to add your 1/3 cup of maple syrup, all right? Whew. It smells so delicious, right? Okay. Now this is gonna get messy, and you can choose to use gloves if you like. I see some more peanut butter in here, but I have washed my hands thoroughly, and so I think I'm gonna be okay. All right, can you take your whisk and start to smash that down? You know, it's these kind of recipes that allow you to just do cooking at ease or able to bake something with ease. It's not always the complicated recipes that are the most delicious, you know? And I have found that the simpler it is, the more likely I will do it again. That is the truth. I will do it again and again if it's a simple recipe. Now, as you can see here in this camera, right? As you can see here, it's starting to really clump together, and that's a good thing because you're gonna have to use your hands in a moment. So continue to get all those almond flour clumps out so you can really get that delicious peanut butter, the nut butter of your choice, congealed with the other ingredients, which are only 3 ingredients in this, guys. So the maple syrup, the almond butter, or nut butter, and the almond flour. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, so put that to the side. So I'm using parchment paper, and so you're gonna wanna have your parchment paper. I would highly recommend parchment or a silicone pad. I'm not sure how aluminum foil would work in this scenario, but you know, most likely aluminum foil might burn, but don't quote me on that. So I usually take off all of my jewelry so we don't get any peanut butter in there. And you can choose to do this. I just have this as an example. You can choose to use an ice cream scooper to take out the amount that would be how big you wanted the cookies. Now, I didn't use it the last time I did this, but I'll just show you for example. So you can simply scoop a peanut butter scoop, right? And then it starts to shape how you want it. And then you put it in your hand and really roll that ball. I think I'm gonna try to make about, I don't know, I might make 8 or 9 cookies. It's just kind of a afternoon tea thing. Everyone has already had lunch. Well, not us, we've had a big breakfast. So my wife will say, where's my lunch, right? But she's with the baby right now, and so you guys will see Eva Mile on the show, of course. But we wanted to give you this segment because we're gonna have many more. So don't worry. So as you do this, rolling them into the ball, as you can see, I'm lining them up because I do not have an oven, because in Taiwan, most kitchens are not built with ovens. So we have right here, we have a kind of convection oven that we received from a family, which was so sweet of them, right as we were developing, becoming parents, what am I saying? But as we were becoming parents, we received this gift, and it has really helped us out with no oven. So we don't have a microwave, so we definitely look at it as a godsend. Okay, this one's a bit big. All right. What I really love is this recipe is not so sugary that it's too sweet. You know what I mean? I really like it when desserts don't just hit you in the face with the sugar taste, but they hit you in the face with just that little bit of sweetness that allows you to get that, you know? That's what I really look for in a sweet, personally. I mean, when I was a lot younger, I used to like those sour strips or strings that you would call it, like sour powers and sour strings. But now, as soon as I have something that has too much sugar in it, I'm like, it's just too much. It's just way too much for me. So I choose to opt for, a lot of times I opt for vegan pastries because they don't have a lot of the preservatives that a lot of our usual store-bought, or even if it's vegan, it could be store-bought and vegan, but you know what I mean? It doesn't have the same preservatives and the same kind of nasty things in it. Now, see at the bottom here, I had a little bit more almond flour, so you can mix a little bit more of it in there. But right now, I have enough. I have 9. I should have just looked at 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so I'm gonna pop those in, but before we pop them in, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to score them in a crisscross fashion with a fork. So let me show you how to do that. So what you simply do here is, in order to flatten them out, just use the fork. You can probably flatten them out with your own hand, but you don't have to. You can just simply do this. I'll do it with this one right here. It's fork 1, and they'll kind of have a cracky look, and that's fine. Just texture. And 2. Now, mind you, this is not a recipe that I created. I found it online, but you can do 1 score or whatever shape you want, but that's what we're staying true to the recipe that was found. So each one is a crisscross, like so. And they just remind me of kind of like a gingerbread cookie, or those really old school homemade sugar cookies that you might even get in your local bakery. You know, for me, growing up in the Bronx, I would go right down the street. I used to live on Gates Place, not far from Jerome Avenue, if any of my Bronx people are watching. And I remember smelling bread and baked goods all the time because I only lived about 2 blocks away from the main strip. And that was just like such a good thing to smell in the morning. My favorite thing was to get like a buttered bagel with a poppy seed butter bagel, because it would be with the aluminum foil and the butter would be kind of like oozing out of a paper that was within the aluminum foil. So it was just like, I saw that to say, it has that homegrown feel and textures. So what I have here is I've placed them on my convection oven tray, and of course if you have a conventional oven, you can just put it on a long tray and put even more cookies, but this is the real estate I have here, so this is all I got, right? So what we're gonna do next is you're gonna place it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and about 176 degrees point something Celsius. And since we're in Taiwan, I have to use the Celsius, and I believe I'll probably put it at 180, or I can put it at 170. They work either way, but that's the conversion I have to work with. So we're gonna put it in for 10 minutes, and then once they have cooled down for an additional 10 minutes, then we can serve, okay? Here we go. I can already smell the peanut butter cooking. I cannot wait till they're done. Just stay tuned and we will bring you the delicious 3-ingredient keto peanut butter almond flour cookies. Okay, so now that 10 minutes has passed, we're gonna let them cool for 10 minutes, as I said before, and we're gonna try the peanut butter cookies. Woo. What I have here, guys, is another set that actually has a little bit of jam in them. So I didn't mention it when we were doing the first example because sometimes people don't want so much sweetness in their cookies, but I did experiment and I saw that these also cooked quite well. However, they are a little bit more moist, so you don't want to put that much jelly or jam, so to speak. You might want to put, let's say, a half a teaspoon. If you want to be more adventurous, put a full tablespoon. I think in this case, I put a full tablespoon. And so in this case, I have some jam that's a little bit exposed. That's because it's probably too much. So you don't want to really go too hard in the paint with the jam. In any case, we have, voila, the ultimate easy, keto-friendly peanut butter almond flour cookie. Should we try one? Okay, let's do it. Let me try this one right here. Ooh, it's hot. Only for you guys. I would let it cool off a little bit more. Piping hot. Here we go. That was so good. That is so good. I'd recommend with a nice glass of almond milk, whole milk if you choose to, any milk, coconut milk, whatever. But really like drink it down with some sort of milk, I think, and that would just be the icing on the cake. Thank you guys for tuning in to One More Taste. See you soon on One More Day. Bye-bye.